Hey guys, welcome back to another first Berserker Khazan build video, and what I have for you guys is my New Game Plus build with the dual wield blades, and this is going to be an update from my first video, so I'm not going to go too much into everything because I did that on my first video, but I'm going to go with the upgrades that I did. Disclaimer, if you guys are going for the jar heads and using that in your build, honestly, I would wait until you get to New Game Plus 2 because I bought it when I first got all the jars in New Game or regular game, and then trying to level it up in New Game Plus was such a hassle because it'll only take Epic Gear or Legendary Gear, and you can't get Legendary Gear until New Game Plus 2. So trying to level it up and wasting all your materials by crafting gear to level it up, it only goes up one level at a time. If you buy it at too low of a level and then you're trying to increase it as you level up because you get more Lacrima in New Game Plus 1 or New Game Plus, it's a hassle. So right now I'm not using the jar head, but once I get to New Game Plus 2, I'm going to buy one of the other legendary jar heads, and I'm going to just take the hit because I already screwed up on the first jar head and you can't rebuy the same jar head. So that's a disclaimer. Do not buy any jar heads until you get to New Game Plus 2. Trust me, it'll save you a lot of headaches, save you a lot of time. And let's get right into the build. So from the first video, I recommended the Beast Slayer set. The Beast Slayer set is still good, it's still viable. However, I was doing more testing. Also, second disclaimer, farm all of your armor materials, like your boss materials, get at least maybe 6 to 8 of them before you go into New Game Plus, because you want to be able to craft the gear right away before you enter a new game, because once you enter a New Game Plus 1, you're going to have to grind your way all the way back to the very specific boss that I'm going to show you in order to craft this set. So right now we have the Bloodthirsty fiend set. So this is the build I'm going now, but still doing Whirlwind. And the Bloodthirsty set provides things that I didn't even realize at the time, which in New Game Plus 1 or New Game Plus, you get what's called fixed attributes. You can see it right on top, right under the defense, fixed attributes. And what this does is it gives you even more attributes, innate attributes that it cannot be changed, but it adds more to your build. So with the dual blades is going to give what's called bloody sword dance. So what this does in the skill tree is that when you use phantom sword dance, which is this one, it's going to enhance it to bloody sword dance, and it's going to get the phantom to attack when you're not using attacks that's considered a howling blade or a whirlwind. So it could be just regular light attacks, regular heavy attacks, or things like ruthless, wind piercer, breeze dash, right? Gus, any of these, you're gonna get a chance to proc the phantom to attack with those attacks as well, or attack with you as you're doing it. So this is really good for burst damage. And I didn't realize how good this was. But the Beast Slayer had other good ones as well. So the Beast Slayer dual wield, it'll give you just for the weapon itself, it gives you the other Phantom sword dance, enhanced sword dance. But when you brink guard, the Phantom will also do damage to the enemy. However, I found this one to be just even better because you want to be aggressive with the dual wield. So what this looks like is you proc this, and if you just, we're just gonna keep attacking, regular light attacks, and the Phantom comes out as you're doing it. But the Phantom will also come out with the Whirlwind because you're also procking Phantom Sword Dance, which will help. You know, it'll come out while you're doing Howling Blade and Whirlwind, and then the enhanced version is that when you're just doing your regular light attacks or heavy attacks, the Phantom will also come out. So the uptime on the Phantom is almost literally 100% of the time while you're attacking your enemy, right? So that's good. And then going on to the gear, we have Bring Guard. You'll gain regeneration at 5 stacks, which is health regeneration. You're gonna get swift attack damage increase 5% for the chest and the legs, right? And then because all we're using are swift attacks, right? Whirlwind. And then the arms and the legs, which is actually really, really good, is called Fury Accumulation. Now, what Fury is when you go from New Game to New Game Plus, your spirit gets converted to just Fury. Everything you use now is Fury. You're not using Spirit anymore. So that's part of the lore in Khazan. You go from just a warrior to just this Berserker, right? A general to a Berserker, and now you're Vengeance and Fury and all these things. So all you have now is Fury, so you don't have to worry about Spirit. So everything gets converted, even in your skill tree, it gets converted to Fury. Now, these are the innate attributes, fixed attributes for the gear, and then we're also rocking 2P's strategist set, which also gives you 10% stamina recovery on both the amulet and the ring for fixed attributes. So what's good is that the 2Ps gives you swift attack damage increase by 10%, then 3 pieces gives you fury accumulation by 0.04%. At enemy exhaustion or attack, you get 2% health recovery, 5 pieces, stamina damage, which is really good. Really, really good. And I'm going to show you how we're speccing into stamina damage. And then what's really, really good is this Gale Doom skill, when you learn Gale Doom. And what Gale Doom does is that you consume 4 Fury, or on your Spirit bar, but now it's Fury, 4 Fury, and you enter this state of Doom and you become really stronger. All your attacks are really, really quick. All your attacks recover health. And you're just a monstrous dual-wielding Berserker. And to show you a snippet, what you would want to do is also you want to proc Phantom Sword Dance and then Gale Doom. Also, with the enhanced Sword Dance, it also helps with Wind Piercer. The Phantom will also come out when you use this skill as well. So, to show you what this looks like, you're going to proc Phantom Sword Dance, then the Doom Gale, and then just look at all this. Look at this, it's just red everywhere. Look at this. It's just insane. So, this is what that looks like. Also, what I forgot to mention is when you use a brutal attack with the enhanced sword dance or bloody sword dance, your fencer will also do an extra brutal attack. So you're getting 2 procs of brutal attack for the cost of 1 brutal attack, which also helps with health recovery because we're taking brutal reap when you recover health when you take a brutal attack from head on. So I went over the skills from the first video, so it's literally the same. You're gonna go all whirlwind, phantom sword dance. We got Gale Doom, sticking with Wind Piercer, and sticking with Flash Cutter, which also helps as well for the enhanced bloody sword dance. So this is what it looks like. At mastery level 72, these are all the skills I took. I just not using Ruthless. I liked it, but I am just a bigger fan of Wind Piercer because you're just always attacking, and when you throw the Wind Piercer and the enemy or the boss is like moving around, it's still stuck on them, rotating the blade, and their stamina is not increasing also. So it kind of locks their stamina bar in place, so you could catch up to them and attack more to get them to go down. Then under here, we're taking this entire resources tree because we want to gain as much fury as possible. And then we're taking these 2 as well. Stamina cost, decreasing the stamina cost when performing a Bring Guard, ability to recover stamina when using skills that consume fury. So since we're always consuming fury, we're always throwing out our abilities, we're going to recover stamina so we can stay in the fight longer. We're going with all the brutal attacks, right? We're grabbing all of this. You can grab the javelin. I think it's just whenever you just pick off enemies is pretty good, but not needed. all the counterattacks, right? And I haven't done anything with the Phantom form because honestly, you don't need it. You don't need to be in Phantom form. However, when you get 7 points, I suggest taking this Phantom form Death's Denial. So when you're about to take a lethal damage and die, you'll trigger Phantom form and it'll give you, you know, you'll stay in the fight a little bit longer, but again, not needed. So that's the build, and now I'll show you my stats. So we went with, I'm at level 186 in the last area. About to get to the final boss very soon. Hopefully get his scroll so I could build his gear set. It still hasn't dropped for me. But we got 99 vitality. So because the Bloodthirsty set is super heavy, what you want to do is dump a lot of your points into vitality and a little bit into strength just so you could get that B scaling. In order to get from B to A scaling, you gotta bring that strength to like almost 45. And yeah, I mean, I'm not about to put 45 points and then you decrease in your health. So, I mean, you can do that, but New Game Plus, these enemies hit like a truck. And I found that going from the Beast Slayer to the Bloodthirsty set, I survived a little longer and have a lot more damage reduction. My defense is 5,500. My health is at 6,000. Stamina is at 2,000. So I went with 99 vitality, 60 endurance, 16 strength, 50 willpower, and we have 10 proficiency. I'm not putting any points into that. As you can see, I have stamina damage increase under additional stats, 30% stamina damage increase, along with swift attack stamina damage increase by 23.5%. We also have swift attack damage increase by 25%, and then swift attack raw damage 75. And on the top right, I'm using the Phantom that gives you the health recovery. So our health recovery is almost 60%. And on top of that, at level 2, every time you throw in you consume a potion or the health recovery item, the Netherworld energy, you're also going to get an extra 20% DR. On top of that, we have the strategist that would give us a 50% chance to receive 30% damage decrease. On top of that, our received damage decrease is also 25%. So not only that we're fast and we hit like a truck, we're also not getting one-shotted or two-shotted. We actually can survive a lot of the hits. Our Fury accumulation is 10%, our damage increase is 26.7%, and our damage multiplier increase is 14%. And how all of this works, I'll show you with the stats itself. So on your sword, you would want damage multiplier increase, attack damage, and swift attack stamina damage increase. On your headpiece, you want defense, stamina damage increase, and damage increase. On your chest, max health, defense, receive damage decrease. On your hands, you want stamina damage increase, and attack damage. On your legs, you want receive damage decrease. I had like great rolls on these. Defense and max health. And then on your legs, you want stamina damage increase, dodge stamina cost decrease, a little quality of life when you're dodging, and then receive damage decrease. And for your ring and amulet, you want receive damage decrease, stamina recovery, swift attack damage. And on your ring, you want defense, swift attack damage increase, and attack damage. And this is the build, guys, and it's working out phenomenal. I am breezing through New Game Plus, about to be in New Game Plus 2. And I'm just waiting for their update where I can finally get Ozma's scroll, just so I could look really cool with those wings. Anyway, this is the build, guys. Let me know what you think. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.